This is Eureka John with Eureka Street Crypto Hub, broadcasting live from Meander, Texas at 5:32 in the morning. And it is May 11th, 2021. Code Man Deluxe jumped right on right whenever I first jumped on, so good timing. I appreciate you jumping on again. I've seen you a few times before, so nice to see you back. It's always nice to wake up early in the morning, start my show, and see familiar names on here. So makes me feel not so alone in this crypto world. If you don't have friends or family or people around you that are into it, you just puke all over the place whenever you do find somebody that actually speaks crypto. And for me, my outlet is this. This is my video blog, and I am coming on here every day just to kind of regurgitate what I have read in the news the day before, and just things that I've found out on the previous day about crypto. This is my journey of crypto discovery, and I'm documenting it. So this is obviously not a teaching podcast, and it's not a news podcast, and I'm not trying to be professional in any way. I'm just doing what I do. So yeah, I'm not shilling any products, not getting paid for anything. So everything that you see me talk about is going to be completely independent, and I have my own bias, so it's not bias free, but it's not me being paid to say something, so if that means anything. All right, so yeah, if you are on YouTube or Odyssey or BitChute, you can do the little thumbs up, and that helps out. So that's one way to contribute, I guess. So I'm on Twitter, Float, Instagram as Eureka Street Crypto Hub. I'm on Patreon, but don't really do anything much on there, and I'm not asking for money, so it doesn't really help. And then I'm on BitTube as well for video. So yeah, so the video platforms I'm on is Odyssey, YouTube, BitChute, and BitTube. I would go DLive and Rumble as well, but that's just too many uploads in the morning, and I got to get out the door and get to work a lot of times after this. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Fuelist? How you doing? Thanks for jumping on. I have not seen you before, so yeah, welcome. All right, so let's get down to the brass tacks here and go over to CoinGecko and see what's going on overnight while I was asleep. Bitcoin, 56,000 even and 36 cents. Wow. All right. It's dropped a little bit, but it's been going sideways between 55 and 60. I don't know why, a lot of people are screaming manipulation all over the place. Honestly, what market does not get kind of manipulated in some way, shape, or form? God knows the fiat market with dollar bills is manipulated to hell. So, as you can see right now, inflation is going to hell. I was reading about the Weimar Republic last night, and their whole inflation crisis and all that. Everything that happened over a span from like 1920 basically 1920 up and right after World War I ended, and then all the way to the time of World War II, and a lot of the same stuff is happening now. It's pretty crazy. So hold on and buckle in. Get in crypto, get your gains, cast your net right now while this greatest transfer in the history of the world is happening right now. Sad to say, a lot of people are missing out and basically getting robbed. People, that have, like my father-in-law in a way with his pension and all these people with his money in dollars is just kind of being blown away by the inflation wind. And got to get in and cast your net. I don't know how long all this is going to last, but I'm getting mine while I can, So, and I honestly, it's at the point now where I don't even know if I want to transfer back to dollars. We're getting all these gains. Are these gains as a result of the dollar being hyperinflated? Not quite hyperinflated yet, technically, but yes, it's being inflated. Or are these gains because of actual real appreciation value? So it's kind of a catch-22. And then, I'm seeing all these gains on my crypto allocations, but do I really want to transfer back to dollars? I don't know. I got bills to pay, but I have a job, so that pays the bills. and then a dollar cost average in every paycheck. I don't know, man. For right now, I'm just enjoying this process and this time of discovery and learning about all this stuff. It's like every single day, some kind of new tech just blows my mind. And so, yeah. Like last night, I went down a rabbit hole of. I'm a Bankless badge holder because I'm a Bankless member, and so I've had early access to this thing called. Where is it here? I'll see if I can find it on the screen. Upshot, I believe. Yeah. And this is the app. Let's see if it pulls up pretty quickly. If not, then I'll just go on my merry way. Yeah, Upshot. I guess it's alpha testing. And basically, you are appraising NFTs, and you get paid for it. You know, and since NFTs are a little harder to come up with valuations, then there has to be some kind of way to provide data for it, for valuation data, and Oracle don't exactly work for NFTs. And Oracles, if you don't know, the Chainlink is an Oracle, Band is an Oracle, I think Telor is as well. There are a few Oracle, but Chainlink is the biggest one, and it is what acts as the intermediary between real world data and the blockchain. So like CoinGecko, for instance, right here is constantly being updated with minute by minute pricing, and that is done by Chainlink oracles that connect to real world data points, and then they are all aggregated and funnel through Chainlink in order to get to the CoinGecko site. And but for NFTs, that's a little harder to do. So for instance, let's go into here. Let's go to Maker's Place right here, and this is Maker's Place is like Rareable, which is like super rare, a place where people can mint NFTs, and then here you get to value which one you think is more skateboarding or nude ladies. Well, I don't know, man. They're both things I like, but dude, I don't want to objectify women. That's a bad look. I'll go to skateboarding, since I'm a skateboarder for life, 100% skateboarder. So yeah, and then so I go over here, and my MetaMask popped up because I have my wallet connected, and I got to sign it. It doesn't cost me anything. And boom, I just appraised that one, and then it goes on to the next one, and it goes down through several, and it gets to a point where, and I'm not really sure how it does all this, like valuation wise, but it's here's a white paper for it here. Let's just read the abstract for upshot.io. Upshot 1, a question and answer protocol. Reaching consensus on answers to subjective questions is today practically achievable via trusted sources or expensive mechanisms. This greatly limits the potential of many applications, dApps, content moderation, insurance, fact-checking. We propose a protocol for solving this problem that combines cryptographic sortition, mutual information games, and subjectivocracy. Yeah, there we go. In our protocol, agents of a decentralized network stake capital to answer questions. A random subset of these agents is scored based on a recently invented peer prediction mechanism called determinant-based mutual information. This mechanism is dominantly truthful for a constant number of questions and agents, so it can officially yield a plausible estimation of correct answers. Controversial answers may incite forks in a native token and a history of answers to reflect differing views of reality. Application-specific fork choice rules may be then used to determine the correct reality. Wow, man, that was a mouthful, but basically saying they're giving you a quiz. Let's see here. Many applications rely on accurate information to function. When this information is subjective in nature, aka NFTs, then when its veracity is difficult to ascertain, assessing its quality is difficult or impossible. Settings where this is to include decentralized applications that rely on external information, i.e. the Oracle problem, non-parametric insurance claims processing, and identifying misinformation on social media. Existing solutions to this problem are either expensive or rely on trusted actors, have high latency, focus exclusively on continuous outcomes spaces, or require questions that already possess a ground of truth. Our main contribution is a protocol, this Upshot One that I just showed you right here. Okay, so let's get back to this. That can, without assuming a pre-existing ground truth, efficiently supply accurate answers to questions with discrete answer spaces. In contrast to existing approaches to onboarding information, our protocol achieves a dominant strategy of informed truth-telling by efficient mutual information games rather than inefficient majority rule schemes, which require encumbering economic games to achieve the same truth-telling equilibrium. Escalation games, voting. After outlining this protocol structure, we rebuild it from scratch to best motivate each component's existence, provide an analysis of its robustness and security, discuss outstanding risks and some potential applications. So as a high level, it operates, it asks a question, it categorizes into groups, agents stake capital towards answering categorized questions, agents answer questions, a committee of these staked agents is randomly selected, agents answers are scored using a recently invented peer prediction mechanism that scores agents according to the informativeness of their answers. Resolution, if it's confident in its illicit answers, they are associated to their respective questions. Selected agents are paid according to their scores. Forking, if an agent disagrees with a solution, they can fork it by sending native tokens to those they disagree with in exchange for the newly created forked native tokens. And fork choice, applications choose the fork they think represents reality. So, I mean, this white paper gets a little abstract. I'll probably come back to it and read more about it once I play with this more. But last night I kind of just went down a rabbit hole of choosing all these different NFT platforms. Like here's Rarible right here. This is the one that I know. I actually have a couple NFTs that I made with Rarible, and you can follow them and stuff like that. And let's see here. Do I like Reflective Orb or my best friend's X better? Yeah, I don't really like my best friend's X. That was absolutely subjective right there. See, so I guess they're gaining valuation. I don't really know how they gather all this information together, because it's obviously, they said it's not just like some kind of majority rule or voting mechanism. But then again, the purpose of this show is not really to go in deep into these projects. It's just to kind of offer an introduction and say, hey, it's out there. Go take a look for yourself. So yeah, if you want to go take a look at upshot.io for yourself and see what you think, I'd be interested to hear. A protocol that pays experts for honest insights, enabling real-time NFT appraisals. So, okay, so utilizing peer prediction to incentivize people to answer questions honestly. You join the communities. I guess I would be part of the Bankless community for that, around topics they're interested in or educated about, like specific types of NFTs. Ask questions. Are asked to different communities, such as how much is this CryptoPunk worth? And yes, it did progress on to some other questions besides choosing between A and B. It gave you multiple choice of different dollar valuations and asked you how much you think specific NFTs are worth, or how much you'd pay for it, basically. So answer questions, people answer questions, and their answers are compared to one another. A new peer prediction mechanism pays people for honest answers, and they get paid for telling the truth. People asking questions have confidence that the answers they receive are true. And then Upshot One can be used to resolve prediction markets, price NFTs in real time, verify subjective insurance claims. Interesting. Coordinate decentralized government. Okay, and predict the future. And identify misinformation on social media. Predict the future. Oh wow. Yeah, that's what all the bean counters at my job try to get me to do with all my sales forecast budgets. Predict the future, and that never happens, especially with the COVID stuff going on, and me having to try to predict the future in sales with all this stuff going on right now recently with the economy is near impossible. So Upshot One is a platform that pays people for their honest knowledge and opinions. Unique incentives make Upshot a robust or secure source of the truth for a variety of applications. Interesting. Okay, well, all right, well, that's that for now. I did join them on Twitter, so I will follow this. Hey, what's up, Maury693? Nice to see you. And let me do a little crate here still. I'm running out of stuff. I wonder when Theta TV is going to re-up their streamers with stuff to give away. All right, man. Okay, so let's go back to CoinGecko. I didn't even make it past Bitcoin. I just got completely sidetracked like a golden retriever squirrel, and it's just kind of Okay, so Ethereum sticking at 4,000 right now. It's been insane. If you haven't noticed, gas prices on Ethereum are a little high. I tried to do a little swappy around yesterday, and it was going to cost more than the swap that I wanted to do, so I was just saying, yeah, I'm just going to back out of this one. Also, I did see an announcement. If anybody you know thinks that Uniswap is uniswap.com, they are wrong about that. And a lot of people know this, but a lot of people don't. So they will be going and be like, I want to try out this decentralized exchange and try to swap some of this cryptocurrency. And yeah, let's go to, what is it, uniswap.com? Okay, well, let's type it in. And then here we go. Okay, well, Brave browser, being the amazing browser as it is, sees that there's probably a problem here. And this is why I use Brave. Brave is not only private, you can also get paid in the BAT token to click on some ads that you choose to allow to pop up. You can use the Brave VPN if you want. You can contribute to site creators and stuff like that and tip them. So yeah, I love Brave browser. But let's go over here to Chrome. Alright, so let me pop open my Chrome here so I can operate with it. Alright, so I was on PancakeSwap doing some Binance Smart Bitcoin hash rate token type of stuff the other day. Alright, so yeah, this is one of my little pet projects right here that I like to follow. But anyway, this video is not about that today. So, Uniswap.com over here. Where does this take you to? It takes you to Sushiswap. I don't know, guys. I remember last July when Sushiswap first came out and all this vampire attack was happening, and which a vampire attack is when one protocol uses another protocol to suck out its liquidity, I guess, in order to bootstrap its own protocol. Is that correct? I'll look up vampire swap here in a second. But look, Uniswap.com takes you to Sushiswap. That's just a shiesty move. Apparently, Uniswap is not behind it. Not Uniswap. Sushiswap is not behind it. Sushiswap is actually one of the dexes with, obviously Uniswap is really high up in the top rankings as far as money that goes through in the most highly used decentralized exchange, but Sushiswap is right up there at the top, in the top 5 dexes. So yeah, I don't know, everything behind Sushiswap's always been kind of shady. So be careful. Go to uniswap.org if that's where you want to go. If you want to go to Uniswap, don't go to uniswap.com. It'll take you to Sushiswap, and Sushiswap and Uniswap are not the same thing. Sushiswap is not exactly a scam, and it's a very valid protocol. And it had a rough start because there was some kind of Sushiswap hack and a rug pull, and it was just some big controversy last July, and I didn't really understand what was going on at the time because I didn't understand dexes, and I still don't fully understand everything that went on. But yeah, that was that. So anyway, let's I don't know, I just want to take a quick look at vampire attack. All right, so see what kind of quick information comes up on, and so just kind of give you a little information. Finematics, if you don't know Finematics is an amazing website and YouTuber, and if you want to get any type of information about DeFi, about the EIP 1559, Ethereum 2.0, all this stuff, Bitcoin, computer science, even just Finematics is a great website. Finematics.com. The videos are amazing. They're super easy to understand. He just kind of has a thick French accent, but aside from that, if you can deal with that, you're good. And I don't mind a thick French accent. It's fine.
So what is a vampire attack?
So what is a vampire attack?
Sushiswap able to use a vampire attack to attract over $1 billion of liquidity in less than a week? You'll find answers to these questions in this video. Before we start, if you're interested in decentralized finance, make sure...
Yeah, so, I'm not going to go through the whole video, but, So what is a vampire attack, and how was Sushiswap able to use a vampire attack to attract over 1 billion of liquidity in less than a week? You'll find answers to these questions in this article. And then it gives a history of Sushiswap. Vampire, basically stealing liquidity from platforms like Uniswap. I won't go into the details, but it's here for you. I'll leave this link in the video description. And all right. So that said, let me see how much time I have left. Okay, I got about 10 minutes left, and I got to rip through this next topic. All right, what's up, 29 LH06? Nice to see you again here this morning, and I appreciate you people coming back, and like I said, seeing familiar names in the morning, and not feeling so alone in this crypto space, so it's nice. Okay, so the next topic I want to talk about is I've been seeing this all over the internet yesterday. Dfinity apparently went live on the mainnet yesterday. It's kind of coming on up out of nowhere. Now there's two projects, Dfinity and SHIB, and they're both just kind of coming. Well, SHIB has been blowing up in popularity, and Dfinity has apparently been 5 years in the making, and they say that they're building the internet computer. Internet computer, isn't that Ethereum? The ability to do smart contracts on top of some kind of internet computer, and there's a new token, an ICP token, and it's going to be coming out on Coinbase and all the major exchanges immediately just after launch. And why won't they put Theta up there? Theta is amazing, and well established now. It's coming out with Theta 3.0, but they put an ICP token on here, which is pretty much almost unknown up until yesterday. I mean, I know people knew about it, but it's not. It's insane. So let's read something real quick about it. Hey, what's up, I81? N81, sorry. N81. Okay, I get it. So alright, so anyway, Dfinity has announced the launch of the Internet Computer, a token ICP, Insane Clown Posse? No, and a new identity solution. New identity, Insane Clown Posse. Its ambitious plan is to transform the internet into a giant global computer with the use of smart contracts. Is it bad that every time I see ICP, I think Insane Clown Posse as the acronym? It's just in my head, it automatically converts to Insane Clown Posse. So, I don't know. Jeez. 90s. That's, I was in high school in the 90s. Insane Clown Posse came out a little bit later, but geez, man. I need to go back to bed. Okay, the Dfinity Foundation today announced the commercial launch of the Internet Computer. It has an ambitious goal to become humanity's primary compute platform for building the software, including decentralized versions of LinkedIn, TikTok, and WhatsApp, but will change the way the world works. I was watching a few videos on this yesterday on Odyssey, and they're claiming to become the next world computer. They're claiming to take over from all to steer the internet away from all the tech giants to replace them, so everybody can work independently on this new internet platform. Honestly, I am skeptic, and after 5 years in development and $102 million raised from investors including Andreessen Horowitz and Polychain Capital, the much anticipated project is finally launching alongside a utility token, ICP, which will list directly on Coinbase, an intriguing new identity solution. So they're trying to take the internet away from the large tech corporations, but financed by Andreessen Horowitz and Polychain Capital. Okay, interesting. So big money's taking something away from big money, in my view. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm just glossing the surface of Dfinity here. There's a lot to it, and this probably deserves an entire long format video in itself. But just looking at it, it just seems kind of like the big money trying to recreate something small and cool. Like Nike trying to recreate an original skateboard shoe. Saying, I mean, although Nike has the SB shoe and it is a really good shoe and a lot of skateboarders use it, it just doesn't have the soul that, I mean, even Vans now is pretty sold out, but Vans in the early days, something like old 88 shoes and Vox shoes and the Airwalks of the early days, Vision Streetwear, a lot of the shoe companies got shaken out, and then Vans was left, and then now Nike came along with the Nike SB. It kind of seems like Dfinity is jumping in as kind of this large player saying, "Hello, fellow students, and let's jump in here and create the world computer." I don't know, man. I hate to be so cynical, but it's just, after 5 years in development, and a $102 million raise from investors, including Andreessen Horowitz and Polychain Capital. In an exclusive interview ahead of the launch, founder Dom Williams told Decrypt about Dfinity's ambitious plans to transform the internet into a giant global computer with the use of smart contracts. Sounds like Ethereum, and how this decentralized system will take on the $370 billion cloud computing market, freeing the world's dependence on centralized server farms. Now, this is good because if you have a project and you are trying to decentralize, and you're trying to get away from the big tech companies and everything like that, all they got to do is come in and shut down everything you're doing from the cloud computing space well above you, and there's nothing you can really do about it. I mean, this was maybe kind of seen in the Parler platform. Williams believes that smart contracts are unstoppable and the key to the more open internet. The role of the internet computer, the world's first decentralized blockchain running at web speed with unlimited capacity, is to essentially remove current blockchain's limitations. They include fixed computational capacity and storage, which have constrained their use on platforms like Ethereum to a very small financial domain this far. A gigabyte of storage on the Ethereum blockchain will cost you about $5 million. And it's true, the larger smart contracts, when you try to do something on them, are a buttload of money, a gas. On the internet computer, it will cost you less than $5. So these are huge advances, he says. And that's very true. We look at the blockchain as the replacement for everything. We want to create a blockchain singularity, said Williams. According to him, the popularity of decentralized finance rests on the unique properties of the smart contracts and especially their composability. He envisages a future, not 20 years from now, where not just DeFi, but all humanity's systems and services are built on the internet computer, built on a public blockchain. But Dfinity's plans don't end there. Also in its sights is other legacy IT infrastructure, including software stacks, databases, firewalls. The vision is that we have people essentially abandon traditional IT and build on the public internet. So, traditional IT is going to go out the window. You're going to have access to the internet in order to build any type of applications, to use it, to do anything. And I guess you're probably going to have a digital ID to do that. Now, this is where it gets a little weird for me. So the Dfinity aims to usher in the next generation of mega apps, providing a new way to build websites, enterprise systems, and internet services directly onto the platform. The internet computer, said Williams, actually serves web. It's the only blockchain in the world that does this, and it does it end-to-end with security. The launch includes a number of applications already built on the new network, a fledgling DeFi system, messaging app OpenChat, a decentralized LinkedIn application, District, and CanCan, which is like TikTok. It also, the Zurich-based nonprofit also announced a breakthrough in identity solutions launched alongside the internet computer. Internet identity dispenses with the need for unwieldy passports and cryptographic keys. Instead, each user has a unique number, which they don't need to keep secret, and which they can use to authenticate their devices using a feature common to many smartphones and laptops. Tamper-proof TPM chip. Simply possessing an authenticated device is enough to identify users of the Dfinity services running on the internet computer, and the service will also be available to non-blockchain applications. Okay, so, oh man, this is, I mean, it goes on here. I mean, even Raul, this has been kind of going under the radar for the past 5 years. Even Raul Powell, I can never say his name right. Raul Powell, who knows anything about Dfinity? What do I need to know? Not shilling, not even sure if it will list as a token. I clearly don't own any, as it was not one of the anointed ones. I hear very, very big things. Thanks, team. What does it entail to get your number for your identity and to be able to access the internet? What will be built on it? If indeed everything is built on it, will this create a system of haves and have-nots more exacerbated than we already have? There's a lot of ethical issues going on. Is it going to take a vaccine passport in order to use this internet? I mean, it's pretty gnarly sounding, and I don't like it, man. I don't like it. And that's why I'm so skeptical to think about something like this. They say it's, to completely decentralize and get away from the big tech giants. But in a way, it's like centralization of decentralization. And I know that's kind of an oxymoron, but yeah. 29 LH06 sounds like 666. I mean, yeah, number of the beast, man, and not the Iron Maiden one, oh man, so I don't know. Ever since we invested in Dfinity back then, its mission has been clear, which is to be the world's decentralized supercomputer hosting the next generation of autonomous software, George McDonough said, the company's managing director and co-founder told Decrypt. At no point during that time has the project wavered from this goal. We are excited to see its token go live after years of hard work. Not everyone is confident about Internet Computer's ultimate success, and its lengthy years of development may have lost Dfinity some ground in the race. Some have compared the Internet Computer to the Akash network, I think I'm saying that right, a decentralized cloud computing marketplace which also recently launched to attract developers to build on its decentralized cloud infrastructure. The marketplace has an investment of $2 million from Digital Asset Capital Management, among others. I've been saying that I want to look at Akash as well, but I don't think Akash is maybe along the same vein, but this whole idea of having to get some kind of digital ID in order to be able to use it is just really creepy sounding to me, and it kind of defeats the purpose of what anonymity and decentralization is about. So to power the system, a utility token ICP was launched today. The token will be listed directly on major crypto exchanges, including Coinbase, from Monday. There are a total of 469 million, basically. As well as providing gas for the network, ICP can be used to participate in the network governance, allowing holders to vote on proposals that will shape the future of the Internet Computer. The idea is that users create something called voting neurons, which enable them to either vote manually or automatically by configuring their neuron to follow other neurons. Once we've got Genesis data and people are able to start creating neurons, the network will be under the control of community properly and fully. I don't know, man. It's do your own research, check it out. Dfinity's task is far from over to Williams. He finds it disturbing that people build decentralized blockchains with nodes that rely on the cloud, which is like abrogating control to the cloud provider. And he's correct about that. People that are not building their own nodes at home or in some kind of warehouse or whatever, and they're relying on cloud services to create nodes for blockchains that can be taken down, like by Amazon Web Services or any other type of cloud service. They're in danger of being hacked, but I think people acknowledge that pretty well right now already currently. By disrupting the cloud computing industry, which some say will be worth $1 trillion by 2026, is not Dfinity's only goal. This is about changing the way the world builds and reimagining systems and services across the world. And in short, in the end, changing society by changing the systems that society runs on. Very shortly, community-driven evolution is going to begin, and it's going to be a wild ride. Yeah, I'm sure it is. All right, well, and interesting stuff. So look into it deeper, form your own opinion. Upon initial touching on the subject, I don't have a good feeling about it, but maybe that will change. Yeah, well, I'm going to be getting into this whole digital ID topic with somebody here. One of the listeners chimed in, and I kind of met the person on Defiant Discord, and we got to talking, and I think I'm looking in. This person claims to be a professional in the realm of digital ID, and this is his main area of focus. So I'm going to try to see about maybe having him on here, and or her, whoever it is, it's anonymous, and then talk a little more in depth about this. Then I want to bring this up, this internet, this Dfinity, and having to have some kind of ID in order to access this internet. It sounds a little ominous, but yeah, that's just me. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. All right, yeah. So that being said, I'm gonna get my butt to work today and go earn my hard-earned paycheck. And yeah, since I'm in manufacturing, and manufacturing is a lot of it is in high demand right now. So we're under a lot of pressure to get our orders right now, and I'm also increasing prices due to all this hyperinflation that's going on. And I don't know about but inflation, and my customers don't like it. So work is not very fun right now. So that's why I love the idea of a crypto market right now being some other kind of source of income. And hopefully in the future I can make doing work in this field my full-time job. But until then, I'm in a learning stage of my life and doing this broadcast just to continually learn and build up my knowledge about this stuff. So yeah, all right, man. Well, that being said, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And yeah, hit me up on any of the social media platforms. All right, bye.